Are we live? It looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Pop Culture Asylum. I'm your host, Gabriel. I hope everyone is having a really good day. Well, at least trying to. Um, of- well, I hope everyone is having a really good day. Of course, today has been a really hectic day and not for the right reasons, but we definitely ended tonight on a high note. So today's Wednesday. It is the first AEW Dynamite of 2021, and it was a really good show. I really liked it from top to bottom. Everything was good. Of course, there was a few things here and there that was like, but overall, I thought it was a really good show, very strong show, and the main event, my God, definitely a match of the year caliber, and a certain club, a certain club had a reunion tonight, but we will get to that when we get to that. But right now, let's not waste any further time. Let's get this review underway. Okay, so starting off the night one of the New Year Smash is the Young Bucks teaming up with SCU going against the Acclaim and the Hybrid 2. Nothing too crazy, you know. Like these are four really great teams. Like they put up a really good opener. Like honestly, nothing nothing too new. Like these four men have been going at each other's throats for the last couple of weeks, but that all ended tonight. And the Young Bucks and SCU defeated the Acclaimed and the Hybrid 2 in a really good opening match. Nothing too crazy. But after the matchup, where things get interesting. So after the matchup, the Young Bucks and SCU are celebrating. And then SCU teased a matchup with the Young Bucks for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. That is exciting. The Young Bucks versus SCU for the AEW World titles and World Tag Team titles. I honestly don't mind. I'm really excited for this matchup, and they really heavily teased this matchup for tonight. So definitely expect a Young Bucks versus SCU World Tag Team Championship match later on down the line. I'm definitely excited for that one. Two amazing tag teams going at it. But after that good match, we got Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley is making his return after after his matchup with Kenny Omega at the Winter is Coming TV special in November. Jon Moxley came out and put up an amazing promo. Amazing promo. Like this man ripped Kenny Omega and Don Callis apart just by his words alone. Jon Moxley is just incredible on the mic. Incredible on the mic. I just love Jon Moxley. Then after that, we get an interview from Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. Of course, Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy made a statement saying that Trent Beretta, who got hurt in the last Dynamite, that he was going to be out with a tricep injury for 4 to 5 months. So we're not going to see Trent Beretta for a while. Hopefully, he can have a speedy recovery and we can see him sooner rather than later. But then Miro, Kip, and Penelope interrupted him, talking all this smack, and Miro challenged Chuck Taylor to a matchup next week. But if Chuck Taylor loses, he has to be Kip Sabian's and Miro's butler until the wedding. So that is an interesting stipulation for an interesting matchup. But that matchup will happen next week. Chuck Taylor versus Miro. If Chuck Taylor loses, he is basically Miro's and Kip's butler until after the wedding. So that is next week. And then after that, we had the Battle of the Behemoths. We got Wardlow going one-on-one against Jake Hager with the rest of the Inner Circle and on ringside. And it was a really good match. Like, I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, it was a little bit slow. Just a little bit slow. Like these are two really big, like, men that, like, would legit beat the living hell out of you. So I expected this matchup to be explosive, but it was kind of slow right off the bat. But it definitely started to pick up, and of course, Wardlow ended up picking up the victory over Jake Hager. And then after the match, both men show respect to one another, even though there was a little bit of tension between those two. But nothing too crazy there. Wardlow picks up the victory in a very good matchup against Jake Hager. And then after that, we had a segment with Private Party, Matt Hardy, and Snoop Dogg. And I'm not going to lie, I really love what they did. So Isaiah Cassidy brought the gin, but of course they didn't have the juice, but Snoop Dogg gave Private Party the juice. Get it? Like, their finisher is gin and juice, and Snoop Dogg sang a song called Gin and Juice. Rolling down the street, monkey man dog, sipping on gin and juice, lay back. Got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Man, I love Snoop Dogg. But I thought that was very clever. I actually marked a little bit on that. But Matt Hardy came in, like, gave them contracts for some reason. Like, this is supposed to be like the cocky version of Matt Hardy. Like at this point, Matt Hardy is basically a heel. He's definitely a heel. So he gave Private Party contracts. I honestly don't know why. And Snoop Dogg was just standing there, just watching the whole thing unfold. I thought it was a weird segment, but at the same time, I also like it because, again, with the gin and juice and all that, I really like that. So after that, we had a weigh-in for Brian Cage and Darby Allin. So on the tribute show last week for Brody Lee, they gave Brody Lee Jr. the old TNT Championship. So Darby Allin came out with the new TNT Championship, and instead of the red strap, it had like the black strap. And I'm not gonna lie, this version of the TNT Championship looks way better than the previous title. Not that the previous title looked bad, but like the new TNT Championship looks 100 times better. I just really, really like this design. But nothing too crazy. Both men did their weights. Of course, Brian Cage weighed a little bit more than Darby Allin. And it looked like they were going to fight. But again, it was 4-on-1 until Sting came out once again, saving Darby Allin's ass. And of course, Team Taz retreats. At this point, Sting is definitely a mentor for Darby Allin. Like, Sting is just saving Darby Allin every single time Darby Allin is about to be attacked by Team Taz. I am fully convinced that Sting is definitely a mentor for Darby Allin. And hey, I ain't hating, man. It's definitely a right choice. The fact that Darby Allin has a mentor in Sting, like, really propels Darby Allin to, like, the next level, because you got Sting as your mentor. It doesn't get any better than that. So that's exciting. And of course, Darby Allin will defend his TNT Championship against Brian Cage of Team Taz next week on night 2 of New Year's Smash. So after that, we had a Jurassic Express segment And before the segment was shown, they did a little. I thought this was a really cool segment. They showed it on AEW Dark, and it was Brody Lee Jr. actually talking smack to Marco's sons, being like the third wheel of the Jurassic Express and all that. Like Brody Lee Jr. was like burning Marco's son. Like I thought that was funny, but they go to the interview. Jurassic Express says that they are officially on the hunt for the AEW World Tag Team Championships, but of course FTR, making Jurassic Express lives a living hell. They're in a big rivalry right now. FTR, actually no, Marco Stunt actually challenged FTR to a tag team match next week. And of course FTR agrees. So next week it'll be the team of Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy against Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler FTR. That is going to be an interesting matchup next week. And then after that, we get Cody Rhodes going one-on-one against Reborn Matt Sydal. And before the match even happened, Cody Rhodes came out with Snoop Dogg, and Cody Rhodes had like a little rap remix, like Snoop Dogg actually rapping to Cody Rhodes' theme music a little bit. So I thought that was cool. And of course, the match happens, and right off the bat, Matt Sydal didn't really have a good start. First of all, he kind of botched a little bit, trying to. I believe he was trying to do a moonsault. I don't know what he was trying to do right there, but he tried to do something off the top rope. It failed hard. Like Cody Rhodes tried to fix it, but it definitely looked like the botch. And then after that, Matt Sydal tried to do a Meteora to Cody Rhodes to the outside, but actually hurt his knee in the process. So definitely a bad start for Matt Sydal in this matchup, but the matchup definitely started to pick up. And other than that one botch, I thought it was a really good matchup between Cody Rhodes and Matt Sydal. Of course, Matt Sydal needs to work a little bit, but I think he'll pull through. But other than that one botch, I still thought it was a really good matchup. And then after that, Serpentico and Luther came in and attacked Matt Sydal and Cody Rhodes. Of course, this was justified because Cody Rhodes accidentally hit Serpentico by accident when he was trying to hit Matt Sydal. So Chaos Project is attacking Cody Rhodes and Matt Sydal. Of course, they fought back, and then, oh my god. So Snoop Dogg comes into the ring. He goes up the top rope, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of scared a little bit because Snoop Dogg was on the top rope. Like, he wasn't on like the turnbuckle, he was like on the ropes, and he was like shaking a little bit. I thought he was going to fall. Like, I was legit scared for Snoop Dogg's health. But Snoop Dogg, thank God he was fine. He actually did a splash onto Serpentico, and I thought it was a really cool small segment. Snoop Dogg doing a little splash to Serpentico, and I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. It really goes to show that Snoop Dogg really loves professional wrestling. Say what you want about Snoop Dogg, but when it comes to wrestling, he definitely has a big heart for professional wrestling. And that's why personally for me, Snoop Dogg is one of my favorite rappers because first of all, he's one of my favorite rappers, and second of all, he likes wrestling. I love rap and I love wrestling. So that automatically makes Snoop Dogg one of my favorites. So yeah. So I thought that was a really cool segment. I marked a little bit because I like Snoop Dogg. Don't judge. I love Snoop Dogg. Dude, Snoop Doggy Dogg, man. Snoop Doggy Dogg. DOGG. So after that, we had the AEW Women's Championship on the line as Hikaru Shida going one-on-one against Abaddon. I this was an okay match. This wasn't as bad as many people claim it to be, but I won't say this was a great match. Like, oh my god, like you need to go out of your way to watch it. But I thought they did an okay job. Hikaru Shida picks up the victory over Abaddon. And don't get me wrong, I love Abaddon's work right now. Abaddon's character is badass. It reminds me of like Regan from The Exorcist, like the possessed Regan. Like seeing Abaddon's character reminds me of that. So she already got the character down. She just needs to polish her wrestling a little bit. Because even though Abaddon is not bad, she needs to work on a couple of things here and there. Like she already got the character down. Like the character alone is fine. She just needs to polish her wrestling a little bit. If she can do that, then she is set. But I thought this was a decent match for what it was. Hikaru Shida picks up the victory, retaining her AEW Women's Championship against Abaddon. Then we get to our main event of the evening. Kenny Omega defending the AEW World Championship against Rey Felix for the AEW World Championship. And man! Oh man! Oh my God! And keep in mind, they only had like 45 minutes to do this match. And oh my God, match of the year candidate. Match of the year candidate. If you guys, for some reason, didn't see AEW tonight, go out of your way to watch this matchup. This matchup was incredible. Rey Felix was incredible. Kenny, like, they were doing, like, there was literally one part of the matchup where Rey Felix did, like, a moonsault and then turned it into a German, like, bro. Oh my God. The chemistry between these two is superb. Superb. Like, incredible matchup between Kenny Omega and Rey Felix. Of course, Kenny Omega retains the AEW World Championship against Rey Felix. Incredible matchup. Definitely a match of the year candidate. And keep in mind, this is only the first month of 2021, and we already got 4 match of the year candidates, at least in my opinion. Of course, if you guys watch New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom, which I recommend you do watch, we had 3 match of the year candidates in Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay. That was an incredible matchup. Jeff Cobb versus Shingo Takagi, I think that's his name is. That was an incredible matchup. That's definitely a match of the year candidate. And Kota Ibushi versus Jay White. Like, those matchups were incredible. And you can add this matchup to the matchup. Kenny Omega versus Rey Felix. Like, January is a great month for wrestling so far. 4 match of the year candidates. My goodness. So, Kenny Omega picks up the victory over Rey Felix. Again, if you guys haven't seen this matchup, go out of your way to do so. You guys won't be disappointed. But after the matchup, Kenny Omega was about to attack Rey Felix, but Jon Moxley came for the save and hits Kenny Omega with a barbed wire baseball bat right onto the ribs. And then Jon Moxley was about to continue assaulting Kenny Omega, but guess who came for the save? The Impact World Tag Team Champions, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. This was awesome. Like, the TNA Impact World Tag Team Champion, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, like, first time in an AEW ring, saving Kenny Omega. And bro, I marked because I love the Bullet Club. It's literally one of my favorite factions of all time. And then, of course, all the AEW jobbers try to help Jon Moxley out, but they get destroyed by Omega, Gallows, and Anderson. Jon Moxley tried to fight back, but it was just too much. The Young Bucks came into the ring, tried to give some reason to Gallows and Anderson, trying to tell Omega, Gallows, and Anderson to stop. But then, of course, Brian Pillman and Give Garrison tried to attack again, but the Young Bucks super kicked them, taking them out. And then the thing to end the show is Kenny Omega, Gallows, and Anderson, and the Young Bucks all too sweeting each other. Ladies and gentlemen, the club is back together. The OGs are back together. The OG Bullet Club is back together. And oh my God, what a moment. What a moment. The original members of the Bullet Club reuniting once again. That was an incredible moment to end a really good show to start off 2021. Like, this was the first AEW Dynamite 2021, and they put up one hell of a show. One hell of a show. And just one thing, I'm a little bit confused. So does that mean that Matt and Nick Jackson are heels? Or are they just helping Kenny Omega, Gallows, and Anderson because they're former friends? I guess we're going to have to find out for the next couple of weeks. But again, I still thought it was an incredible moment, an incredible matchup between Kenny Omega and Rey Felix. If you guys haven't seen it, go out of your way to do so. And this was the first AEW Dynamite of 2021. And I thought they put up one hell of a show. Really good show. Really great start for AEW Dynamite. And this was the first AEW Dynamite review of 2021 from yours truly. And this was a really, really good show. And I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. Did you guys like tonight's show? Did you guys did not like tonight's show? Was there a specific thing you like? Was there a specific thing you hate? I want you to speak out in the comment section. I want to know what you thought about this show. And make sure you be nice in the comment section. Don't be assholes, okay? This is, in my channel, this is a opinion judging free zone. You can say whatever you want, okay? Just don't be assholes in the comment section, okay? But I hope you guys like this review. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment. And if you guys like this video and want to see more of your boy, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you ring the notification bell so that way you don't miss any of my videos. And thank you so much for watching. This is Gabriel, and I will see you next time in the asylum.